encourage you today that wherever you are in life, whatever it looks like, God is working. Even if you think He's not working, I promise you He is. Spend some time with Him. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can just start talking to Him. Tell Him that you love Him. Tell Him you're scared. Tell Him you're confused. Ask Him for help. Spend some time with God, because He loves you and He's got good plans for you. And this season that you're in is not going to last forever. I promise. No season lasts forever. Summer does not last forever. Winter does not last forever. Fall does not last forever. Spring does not last forever. This season that you're in your life, whatever it looks like, is not going to last forever. Press into God. Tell Him how you're feeling. He can handle it. If you want to yell at Him, yell at Him. Scream at Him. Cry out to Him. He can handle it. He loves you. I love you. Your life matters. I know that it's easy to look at our life and be like, my life doesn't matter. This doesn't, like, what is this all for? I promise there's a purpose bigger than yourself. Just like that Rascal Flatts song, every long lost road will lead you to where you're supposed to be. God blessed the broken road. He blesses the broken road that each of us are on, and He uses each broken piece for something incredible. That's how miracles happen. When broken things are redeemed, when broken things are restored, when broken things are made complete by the love and the power of Jesus Christ. So if you've got some brokenness in your life, if you've got some struggles in your life, just open your eyes, open your heart, open your mouth, pray and ask God to lead you and to show you how the things in this season are really blessings in disguise. This season is important. Whatever your season that you're in right now, and you're just praying and like, God, I'm done with this season. Like, can we get to the next season? I don't really like this one. This season has value. This season is intentional. You're going to look back a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and you are going to thank God for the season that you are in right now, no matter what it looks like. God has a purpose and a plan in this season for you. He doesn't do anything by accident. He doesn't do anything just to do it. He has a purpose and a plan for every detailed thing that He does. This season in your life has a purpose, and God has planned it for your good and His glory. I know it's hard. Some seasons I've had to walk through, I've been like, God, why? Why do I have to walk through this? Like, this doesn't make sense. And God's like, I haven't asked it to make sense. I've asked it to be useful. I've asked it to have a purpose. Sometimes things that have purposes don't really make a whole lot of sense. Sometimes the things that impact us the most we never would have asked for. I look at my dad, and my dad was run over by a drunk driver my senior year of high school. And at the time, it seemed like the worst thing that could have ever happened to my dad. But he refers to it as getting hit by a truck, God waking him up to his priorities being out of whack. Caring too much about money, caring too much about working, and not caring enough about God. Caring too much about money and not caring enough about his marriage. Trying to be the provider, right? That's a burden that lots of men carry on their shoulders. They want to be a provider. They want to take care of their family. But it's not take care of your family or serve the Lord. It's serve the Lord. And out of that, God will sustain you, and He will help you to then take care of your family. You have to go to God first. And so bad things that happen to us, a lot of times we don't realize it, but it's God is working behind the scenes to refix our priorities when we get them messed up. God's like, okay, you messed up your priority. I'm going to help you fix them. I'm going to have you get them back to where they should be. God did that with my dad. And my daddy used to always say, it took getting hit by a truck for God to get my attention. And then when my friends would go through stuff, he'd say, don't let this be your truck. Don't let another one come. Don't let God have to do something else to get your attention. Open your eyes, open your ears, listen to God now. Sometimes the bad things in our life are because of our bad choices that we make, but sometimes it's God trying to get our attention, right? It's like when you go over like a drawbridge and they put the little thing up, the bridge, and then they put the thing and tells you don't go any further. It's to protect you. Well, sometimes God puts the little thing, the little crossing bar to get our attention. Sometimes it's a truck, sometimes it's a breakup, sometimes it's a loss, somebody dies, sometimes it's losing our job, sometimes it's insert thing you struggle with here. But God will get our attention. And it's wise of us, when He gets our attention, to let Him keep it, to let Him keep our attention. Because if not, we'll be up a creek without a paddle. And that's not a fun place to be, especially with alligators. Think about it. You're up a creek without a paddle. Yeah, you can use your arms. They'll get tired pretty fast. But even more so, you're in a creek and there's an alligator. You ain't got nothing to hit it with. You got a paddle, you can hit it and get away. Make sure that if God's getting your attention, you give it to Him. Make sure that if God's trying to show you something, you open your eyes and ears long enough to see and hear what He's trying to show you. That's all I got for you today. But I love you. God loves you. He's got big, amazing purposes for you. Let Him have your attention. Let Him lead you and guide you to where you're supposed to be. I love y'all. More importantly, God loves you. You are seen, you are celebrated, you are loved. This season has a purpose. I know it don't seem like it. I know it's probably confusing. I know you're probably looking at your bills thinking, how in the world am I going to get out of this? I don't know, but God's going to help you. But you have to get your priorities in order. You have to put Him first. If you don't, everything else will be out of whack. Your money will be out of whack. Your relationships will be out of whack. Everything. God first, everything else after. Your life will be a mess if you put anything before God. If you don't honor God with your tithe. If you don't honor God with your time. Sometimes I think that's more important than a tithe. When you say, God, you know what, I could work on a Sunday, but instead of working on a Sunday, I'm going to go spend time in church. And I may lose out on money, but I'm trusting that you'll see this and you'll honor it, and something else will happen. Obedience is better than sacrifice. God calls us to be obedient, to honor the Sabbath, and to keep it holy. We could work every single Sunday of the year and give Him a wad of money, and it would matter more to Him that we were obedient and spent our Sundays at church. Spent our Sundays with Him. Oh, it's a cardinal. That was so pretty. It's bright red. I encourage you, put God first. Your life will change, trust me. Mark my words. You start putting God first, stuff will start turning around in your benefit. I love y'all. Talk to you later.